Hey creative cousins, welcome to my channel. I am Renita, aka Lene from Lene Creations, and today we're going to talk about PDF patterns. Okay, so you have purchased a PDF pattern and now you're trying to figure out what to do with it, how to download it, how to print it out, what your printer settings should be. So most of us have just regular printers at home where we're printing on 8.5 by 11. And so I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to download it, how to print it, and then how to tape those pieces together. So let's get started. Okay guys, so you have your files downloaded to your computer, your desktop. You'll just go into the folder wherever you downloaded your documents to. I have them in this folder, and inside of that folder you will have a list of different types of documents. So here we have a PDF, projector file, SVG file. You can have an AO file, A4 file, whatever it is, it'll be listed in those downloads. So you're going to choose the PDF that has your pattern pieces. So we're just going to click the PDF. It should open up in Adobe. If you don't have Adobe, just download the free version of Adobe and then it should automatically open up there. Okay, so once you do that, you're going to go over to File, and then you'll come down to Print. This is your print screen. You're just going to choose whatever printer you want to print it to. Okay, so I'm just going to choose that one. Then a lot of the patterns will come in colors based on layers, different colors. You can choose whether to do color or black and white. That's up to you. Your first most important thing that you want to choose is between your document size and your page size. Okay, so some of them will have a different document size and different page size. Make sure that your page size is 8.5 by 11. Okay, so again, make sure your page size is 8.5 by 11. I did a document of 7.5 by 10 to make sure we have our margins correctly. Okay, so again, make sure your page size is 8.5 by 11. Okay, then your next step is you're gonna choose your pages. Now I'm just going to choose pages 1 through 2 because we only need 2 pages for this demonstration, but you'll just want to make sure that you print all of your pages so that you have all of your pattern pieces. Second most important thing here is between actual size and custom scale. Okay, so I always choose custom scale at 100%. Make sure that you are printing at 100%. Okay. Then you can choose, make sure that you are not printing on both sides of the paper. Ask me how I know. Make sure it's not printing on both sides and then print. Okay, so you have all of your pattern pieces printed out. So what you'll need is your pattern pieces, scissors, a ruler, and also tape. Then most patterns will have these test squares here. Depending on what the pattern is, they'll let you know what the test squares are. Normally they're on the first page of the pattern pieces itself. They'll let you know in the pattern where the test squares are. But for my pattern, I give you a 1 inch and also a 2 inch. So what you want to do is take your ruler and just make sure you measure out those test squares. So our first one is 1 inch. I see that is 1 inch, and then move my ruler over, and there's my 2 inch. You also want to check this way to make sure that it is the correct size. So there's my 1 inch, and then move it down a little, and there's my 2 inch. So if these are measuring correctly, then you're good to go. Next step is most of them will also have like a border or margins, or what they're called. So what you want to do is check to make sure. Some patterns will just have you piece the pages together like this. My patterns will have this margin here. So what you want to do is, if you have, like, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all in a row, or even in a column, you just want to make sure that you're checking those. You'll also have these little marks here to let you know that they should be lined up. So what you want to do is, I normally just cut one side of each page And then what I'll do is I'll show you guys. Oops. You just want to cut one side. And then again, if your pattern piece, like let's say for instance, your pattern piece is 4 pages and you want to cut down the bottom, you'll do that as well. I just happen to do a pattern piece that only has 2 sides on there. Okay, so what you want to do is take your pattern pieces and use your markings up here at the top. Make sure that they are lined up. Make sure they're lined up here at the top as well as the bottom. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll kind of speed this up, put these together and speed this part up, and then let you guys view that. Okay, so now we have our pattern piece all taped up. And again, you'll have multiple pattern pieces on depending on your pattern. So this one, I just happen to test out 2 sheets of paper. So what we're gonna do is just cut out our pattern piece. Okay, so here we have our pattern piece all cut out. And I did forget to mention that most of them will have you cut right on the line or right outside of the line, depending on how thick that line is. For my pattern piece, you're just gonna cut right on that line. I kind of did a janky job, but you guys could get the picture just to cut out your pattern pieces and take them together. So now that you have all of your pattern pieces all cut out and all taped and ready to go, now you're ready to cut your actual pattern pieces. I hope that was helpful for you, especially for my patterns. If in fact you came to my page because of you bought my pattern, I want to thank you for purchasing my pattern and happy sewing.